Dear friends, we are on again. Yede radia se ye mre kakra se ye twa ye ho yasan kwaba bi mo nyankropon an ye koso a edanate. De bia metaka se ye kase asem kese a ye nkase asem bi esi nemum asem abo asem ba so ese ye ka. Today we are having an interesting conversation with the Youth Development Ministry of the Methodist Church Ghana. And the topic we are discussing is up close with the YDM of the Methodist Church Ghana. But remember that this segment is proudly sponsored by the Christian Service University. Debi ameka se wobeko school ponwa enko ya anomo de ni bi eno no mu ni accreditation. Inti aden na wobeko school bi na no no bi ka ose so for me de me ba no call nursing we ya level 400 class e no ni transcript back up me pacho ye be do sika menye sade. Now Christian Service is an evangelical liberal arts institution established some 50 years ago to train men and women with ethical values for transformational leadership in Africa. The Christian Service crowd on bomb Honsamran said they are the first private university in Ghana. Yeah, the Momfa. But admissions is on, and for the admissions for the year 2024-2025 academic year, no, almost they have undergraduate and postgraduate programs for you. Christian Service University offers programs in nursing, midwifery, business administration, communication, planning, computer science, and of course in theology. For more information to this, you want to call the admission officer on the numbers 0246275375, 024054825044 59660. Christian Service University, they say they are the university of choice. Are you ready? All right, so to do the discussion with us today, our brother Nana Iyawampofu, he is the National Vice Chairman for the Youth Development Ministry. My brother, how are you?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I like the tension for most of my panelists when they come behind this. So no. But it's fine. It's just normal. All right. We also have here our sister Juliet, who is the National Secretary for the YDM.
Yeah. Try. Okay.
Nkuwe figure me anke becho. Aga be ka so fi voter region. Oh, Sushen, okay. All right. Now, just say ebeye new job.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Dear friends, Methodists asafo no ye wo mabunu wo mu, and for the young people, we are told constitutionally say it is between the ages 18 to 35, but sometimes when it comes to the younger groupings like the Boys Brigade and the Girls Fellowship, their ages go a little down. So once you can be able to speak, once you are in school, you become part of the Youth Development Ministry. But we are talking about the church. Now, gentlemen and ladies, I want us to do something very quickly. I want to share the link with all of you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that we'll put it on all the platforms, because I have told myself today that if I don't have more than 500 viewers who have liked the page, I am going to be hard on you people. Right. So this is the only way you can bribe me. So I'm pushing on your page right now.
Right.
Yeah, you can give it to Juliet right now. Let's scatter it all over the pages. If you are a young person in the Methodist Church, right, share the link. Share the link. And so I'm giving them just about 1 minute or so. It's going to take, put it on all the links. Very soon, director will be joining us. And so for all our DYOs, you are watching us right now, let's flash it all over. Also for Gideon Sabote, long time no see. Give your brother a flash. Let me know you are watching. You are the DYO I have worked with, and I always pray that God blesses you and give you all you want for your work. So let's flash it all over Tema, all over Somanya, all over Kumasi, all over Sekendi, all over Accra, all over Efidiase, Tamale, Daos, Fosu, Seshibekwai, Takwa, Winneba, Cape Coast, let's go all over. I want to see that my line is jammed today. I want to see that the network has a lot more likes than never before because your executives are here. Meanwhile, we want to go to the screen and watch some video of a young lady who has been elected and indeed duly inducted as the chairman of the Methodist Girls Fellowship, and gave such an inspiring speech on behalf of all the young people. That is going to be the nucleus of our discussion today. Let's go right away and see the video.
Presiding Sir, the lay president, all protocols duly observed. I'm very privileged to be given this opportunity to stand on behalf of the young people of the connection and speak to you. I would like to extend regards to the North America Diocese and also to the young people organizations, MYF, AMB, and especially MGF and GAMSU. Our topic is the role of the young people in the revival, transformation, and growth of the church. In Penyufo, Henin Penyufa was the can kase no wakasa pi no wama yata sede asor na nimfita senankasa oye young person no sha oza sorry oza bobo azwo Ghana ha oye hene papa Joseph Danwell at the age of 28. It's not sure there asor na ma young people kwani pi ma ya abua ni fita se na name jumazi pi. I'll go on to say that over the period, several young people have played vital roles, and the church itself has tried to create so many space for the young people to encourage them along. And we are grateful for all these opportunities. I'll start with the first point, which is institutional framework. Institutional and legal framework. Ehanum no ye oye in Nigeria P there asor amahen 30% representation wo asor ni jumezi nyinare mu. Inyo oyampa na otombri bi ayehia constitutional backing, strong constitutional backing na obema equal MBA equal societies na circuits na even with the mujumezi and the makwenya weza ma young people no why should they obokodum if positions be here we elect the committees and other positions were sorma and with the or they are intentional about it. They say they among the executives young person be a woman in the co-option of other members to the positions no, or the office no. Ye intentional na yes young people yes shim. Best said yebe ma yebe team onumu yebe ma why very deep so that we be share man penyu fu wezi the more branado. Auto doso so yeah that's a power for the Wesleyan International Society osande na ye kasa pi about ye na sir miss ma esomneti but ye that's a papa na penyu fu there wama ye na kwenya ma yebo to me ya som wo Wesleyan International Society na ya express you know as young people ma ye ifi asor nimu.
All right, so we are right back in the studio tonight. We have been joined by my brother, the Very Reverend Eric Jan, who is director for the Youth Development Ministry of the Methodist Church, Ghana. Also for your Makwaba. In some corner, so they are not just traffic in Sembe brain. So, but we are happy you are joining us. Minimum say we page is not so there, but I've asked that today if I don't receive more than 500 shares on all YDM pages across, I'm going to have an issue. Samri Aufo and China Fama or Diwai, they should just share it all over the place because this is what the young people have been asking for. And it means Shasie Infi also so that also can catch his breath a little bit. Yeah, what does it entail to be in the position of the vice chair of the directorate you occupy?
All right, so a very good morning to all our viewers, and I would want to especially just say a good morning to my bishop, Right Reverend Dr. 𝗟𝗡𝗍𝗘, and all the executive, as well as my superintendent minister, the very Reverend 𝗟𝗚𝗎𝗓, who used to be our director when I was serving the secretary, and my family, my mom, wife, and everybody, and all the young people of the Methodist Church Ghana. Good morning, and say no to ungodliness. So, to go to your question, I would want to say that this is a Herculean task to be in the office, much especially as the vice chairman of the Connectional Youth Council, ably assisting the director who has been mandated by the church to take overall control of the young people of the Methodist Church Ghana. So I need to ensure that I am supporting him in every sense, representing him where he can't be, and then coming together in terms of the drawing board, making all the discussions and putting all things together, all in the overall interest of the young people of the Methodist Church Ghana, and then also ensuring that the views of the young people who are lay, not ministerial, are highly.
I like that distinction.
Exactly, because we are all in a pool, but in this pool we have the purely lay people who are the young people, and we have young ministers who are leaders, and sometimes even old ministers who are still our leaders, who support us in this ministry. So basically it's a difficult task, but by the grace of God, we are managing, and God empowers us for it.
All right, let's hear from Julie. Julie, what do you also do as the secretary? You may also want to greet a couple of people if you want. Yeah.
Good morning, lovely viewers and listeners, probably. So I'm Juliet, and I want to give a big shout out to my family, my friends. Emmanuel Brocco, I know you are watching. Thanks for watching. Madam Fuka, Minia actually, my younger brother. Maybe hey, on the Dean kind friend, maybe some say, so I just want to say thanks, Emmanuel, for always being there and being very concerned about me.
All right, thank you. So, what does your work entail as the secretary?
In fact, I should say that it is the hidden position that is extra important, because we understand that in this day and age you definitely cannot make any claims without evidence, and documentation, reports, minutes are the soul. In fact, they are the soul of any organization.
And so, even for us as Methodists, minutes are very important,
very crucial. And so for our office, that's why we have assistants, because it is the strong office. It is the backbone of the whole administration. Being able to track your progress, being able to identify the challenges, being able to make recommendation, all of these must be backed by some evidence, and that's what we do.
All right, thank you very much. So let's come to you now. There has always been a play of terminology when it comes to how we Methodists designate our officers. You are in charge of the Youth Development Ministry. Sometimes there's also the usage of the Youth Development Council. In the first place, what is the Youth Development Ministry for which you are the director?
Okay, thank you very much. And I don't know whether I have opportunity to.
Oh, you also have. You have double opportunity, so you can also get.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, bidi kan HHC for na ya chair presiding bishop, the most Reverend Dr. 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗘, and empenyufo eka no the administrative bishop and lay president, and me bishop @𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗿𝗏. Me wo Northern Accra Diocese. Once I Kofodia for church
bishop. Right.
Yeah, na chair busiafo nyina. Actually, when I joined earlier, we had Youth Ministries Directorate. And somewhere in Tamale expanded GPC, our attention was drawn to the fact that the General Directorate is General Directorate for Education and Youth Development. So our name should be Youth Development Ministry. The emphasis should be on the development of the youth or the young people.
Okay.
So my directorate is in charge of developing the young people.
All right.
In short,
I think it makes it clearer. What then are your objectives? But I been pa ni si so, and again over here I want you to let us see clearly what is the age stratification of the young people in the Methodist Church.
Okay. First, about our objective. The major one, we have many, but the major is to develop the young people, train them to become avowed disciples of Christ, and also to become good leaders of our church today and tomorrow. So we are supposed to train, basically, develop our young people so that one, they'll become good disciples, and number two, or part two of our objective is to develop them to become good leaders of our church and the society. So that is, there are many, but if you say
these are the major ones. All right. Also, before I come to Yao to tell us what the council is, you have hands and legs in all the dioceses and you operate through your DYOs. What are the works of the DYOs? What do they do on the ground, and how do they represent you in terms of what they do?
Okay, I didn't answer the age.
Okay, the age, yes, you can add the age. Yes, you can add the age, please.
We have defined young people, or the definition that we have used as a church. We picked it from the AU charter. So in terms of age, the AU defined a young person as somebody from the age of 15 to 35.
Okay.
So, but in our case, we have organizations under us like Brigade and Methodist Girls Fellowship, and you see that their age is a little bit lower than this age bracket we are talking about.
Okay.
So they are also part of us, but you realize that some of our people who belong to us also belong to the children ministry. So that is where a lot of people are getting it wrong. So when it comes to organization, we don't use age per se for the definition. That and that, we are going to cut a lot of brigades and then
Girls Fellowship.
Okay. But within the brigade and Girls Fellowship, we have age range.
Okay.
So we have particular courses that seems to meet the needs of those in these age categories that we have. Even among the young people, the 15 to 35, we still have the age range there.
Okay. But we understand there were some occasions where people who were 35 wanted to vie for some positions and they were disqualified. They almost took you to court anyway. Well, not your era, but why is so? Is it because it ended at 35? So be a more than 35 on to me and belonging to any of the youth development ministries, no?
The okay 𝗟𝗡𝗃.
Oh, mu 𝗟𝗡𝗃 also for time also the see. Oh, when they cry okay, all right, okay, sure.
The attendant said, Obi were more than 35, that person can still belong to any of our young youth organizations. Name untumi ni penindie anase untumi meye officer.
Okay.
If say a bar officer yana ye training crofo mama take positions. And this kobaso obianya 40 45 no more da so ho omo nko na bia ye den aba. Eyeso ma ema ye mbotai na enwie pay. Enti na aye no say eba penindie nko ana positions ewo why youth development ministry there any kwan say we above 35.
And this is enshrined in the constitution.
Yes.
Okay. So it makes it clear then.
When you're 36, 37, 38, over to me about there because we were When say all free mu
transition
no prekope na wakona ya na ed.
Okay.
Enti say ye de enhye ato akwan mu a ye boa saafo no ama omatimi join adult organizations.
Okay.
Na emom eyen kakra.
Okay.
Bidum aye no kwan bi so amwa. Omo ka say obi wo 35 a ontumi nwane organization no kran nti omo mfidim. Saafo no bebre okura say no omo man comments omo man call women's fellowship na omaka insinsem. And they say the aye no say yenye transition no kakra say be ya omo benya entiase obi a benya entiase say youth ministry is for youth na kakra sa dia make ne wo dada na implementation na eye twitwiri kakra.
Okay.
Ama ebinom entiase omo ka say safo nyina mfidi mu prekope na anya dai.
You so for lastly DYOs, how do you collaborate with them, or what exactly do they do on the ground?
Okay, thank you very much. DYOs, as the name goes, Diocesan Youth Organizers.
Yes.
So the basic objective of YDM and then all the policies that we have made, they are the people that ensure that the policies are implemented at the diocesan levels.
Okay. All right.
And Juma Mimi Dino, Fakasi no man didn't a form
on the ground.
On the ground. No one so Krameka say, the Omo ye Jumana Kesepano, ye the Bay Chikakra, ye was circuit youth organizers,
Okay.
CYOs.
Yeah.
And your society, ye were society
SYOs.
youth organizers, SYO. Until
Okay.
Omona say politics, maybe say grassroots. Aha.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, dear friends, we are with the YDM now. We have an up close with the entire YDM. It's answer Penifua Edano na Yenomo Okasei. The likes keep rising, and I want to still encourage all of you. We have ever had a record breaking on this show when presiding came, but mepe said ne young people need no. Because this is all we have asked for, and this is all you have now. The council.
Right.
What is the council?
So the Youth Council is basically the body that seeks to the administration or the implementation of policies and decision making of the directorate or the youth development ministry. So we have the council right from the society level to the connectional level. Then the composition, like director said, if I pick it from even the society level, we have the SYO who is appointed by the leaders meeting. So he is like the director.
Okay.
And then he has yes, he's like the director
on the ground.
And then he has also a body from the AMB or the Boys and Girls Brigade at the society, MYF, MJF, coming together executives to form the council. Then they meet quarterly to review their activities and plan. So it's transposed to the circuit, where we have the quarterly meeting appointing the circuit youth organizer. Then they also do same. Then at the diocesan level, we have the DYO we were talking about. They also have the council, where the various heads of the diocesan organizations plus the CYO and others join. Then at the connectional level, we have the broader scope. At this point, the director chairs
the council,
chairs the council, and we are the executives supporting him. So technically, we are officers of the council, not necessarily the directorate.
All right, a kind of a steering body.
So we are, the nomenclature ideally should be vice chairman, youth connectional youth council. Yes, because you support in that directorate, that direction. So at that level, we have the bodies coming together where all the DYOs plus their executives, 3 representatives each, ideally the secretary, the vice chairman, joining the DYO to be represented across the connection.
Fantastic. So we'll be looking at the focus of what the council does in terms of your 3 main programs for the year. But I want us to spend some time talking about the young people. Anne, in her delivery, had spoken about intentionality. Before, we want that intentionality of the things you always say you do to us. Does it appear our elders are always not intentional when it comes to things of the young people?
Yes.
Or no, they give me a soft young people no more.
Yes, and what Anne really said on that day, it's what represents our views.
Okay.
Because you know, sometimes if care is not taken, it may be seen at a very large scale that all is well.
Okay.
But maybe at some levels, at some local levels, at some circuit societies, that also says this may not be what is happening.
Okay.
Where the integration of young people in the activities of the church, on committees and coordinating offices, which they ought to be, may not be happening.
Okay.
And sometimes what I'm trying to see and I'm beginning to identify is that a lot of the times, according to say, one I say, you have to be there.
Oh, but is there anything wrong if you need to pray?
It is not wrong that you are advocating for what is yours. But when there is the stipulated direction, guideline, that requires that these people should be there, that people should be there. Then if you're able to compose and some people are there, then compose for everybody to be there. So sometimes I don't know if it is an oversight or something, but there have been instances where there is deliberate, and even at the connectional level, sometimes I send my director messages, are we not part of this? Are we not going to this?
Well,
then
is it a case of communication? Director, is it a case of communication? It's say yemfie no yenyini say yempanifo de but akwanim kakra empanifo say obia enchiri for asempa ekodo. Now is it a case say we who supervises young people are not being deliberate in terms of their inclusion? Say your program say young people must be there, they must be represented, and we intentionally move them out. So
on the side of the organizers, I may say no to some extent.
Okay.
Because sometimes they will just send a letter, tell us to be there. But you realize that those leading officers sometimes fail to communicate the information to the young people. So that has been one of the reasons. Other times too, let me say that Empenyinfo to forget that we should be there.
So this is where ants and yaws, I would say accusation, or I don't know. This is where it comes to. So how can we also forget about this if we really claim they are the backbone? And over here we are not talking about the fellowship being the backbone. We are talking about the entire young people being the backbone. Now if you pass, we'll get them along.
No, that's why I said sometimes it's not the young people who the young people necessarily say we will not be there.
No, I'm talking about we the elders not pushing them in.
Oh, elders no, and I can say a be where a year refree. They might
refree ben crana oba sebio wo de wajapade eja no na utu ejina na umfa ne mamu. Babe say refree with the mu orem.
No wo ho.
Okay.
Nya omu nyina nti na me say e bi dem wo ho a a year refree. Some of them too, I don't want to say that or more esheda.
But the part of the young people.
No.
And I'm penny for
na because a bi wo ho no ma so wa wan ko push no say bia they need to do this that.
Director, see one can say you born and that is the point. And the whole refree na yaka na pushy ashim because I embellish.
I like that word. And the whole refree maybe and also so
okay.
Because a bi wo ho on the part of our elders, some of them they know that this is what they need to do.
Okay.
The young people need to be there, but sometimes either a refree or proper a refree it happens. That is why as young people we are teaching them that this is what you must know. This gathering you are supposed to be there. For instance, lay movement council. Some lay chairman, I think last year or so, they made a report to me that when we meet, your DWOs are not represented.
Okay.
To some doubts. So when I came to a meeting, I addressed that issue. Say, per the constitution, we go there as a representative. So we are supposed to represent the young people at the lay movement council. DWOs, some really admitted that they did not know.
Did you query them?
I don't know so when you want to dear now so on kind of constitution or we say and I'm catch them say at the connectional level almost every meeting have been there.
Okay.
And also at the diocesan level almost so sometimes they were complaining that there was a clash between Leave Movement cancer activity and then the YDM cancer. And I'm so it shouldn't be because and no take a decision no. And it's a take a decision now so it's not going in your interest. That is why you are there. But where you intentionally as a young person or somebody representing the young people, you are not there. Then of course, and penny for when I hear any da home every no bit because you are not there to represent the,
okay. Yeah, Julie, do you think say o papa no mama no moye meeting na esese wo kubi na ni refi say so fro na ka say ma mpacho make ho should there be anything wrong with that?
Okay, I think one thing I made I imagine say it has contributed to this flaw in proper effective involvement no. The fact that integration of young people na nkasa we have not made strategic plans to ensure that it is
all
done.
Right, so once you have brought strategic, then I want to announce to you that now it is in the strategic plan. It is enshrined, copiously written. And if up till now we are still not doing that, and then I just say, "Seb, you director no na say so mo na mu na ye bom kwedu."
Meka say strategic o trone ye baako.
Okay.
O ye nso ye another.
Okay.
So the written has been done even with this 30% in involvement no. But we are not seeing it to that level. For instance no, what we practice I friend youth involvement in our church no. Youth duplication. So for us we just map out some very active, able to do, productive young people who, for lack of a better word, have been nurtured by their parents or better still their societies or some mentors who have invested time and their resources in grooming them. Then we grab them and duplicate them across committees and across
there's no proper capacity building.
Exactly. So we find out that we have maybe Nanaya on about 10 committees. And then because he cannot be available to be integrated at every meeting, then we find some meetings and the young person is missing. So the problem is not that there's no young person, but we have Nanaya too many times. And that is not
also the case. And Nanaya so pen we're making it available. See, Director Neyao, there is an African fallout. Yeah, Ghana for baby and penny for Shiano. Ya na abofra bomo ya denema penny. Esan say ye di opening komo. So I've realized that most of the societies where parents are executives or they are leading, their children are not there. And the last time I make say, you do baby grass soft workra macre in hubi. Is it the case of me koya? Me papa be who say me ho sa ubu bi e wo abofra ne. Should that be one of our problems?
Well, I think that young cultural context also has an effect on this whole scenario. I am not saying that the whole situation is bad. We are doing quite well.
Yes.
But we are saying that
it can be done
better and more. We would always call for more.
All right.
I'm saying that our cultural setting affects that. Because I remember that when I joined the leaders meeting, I was about 19 years or 20. Then the SS Foforo and all that, and I paid glowing tributes to the very Reverend J.K.B. Apia Champon.
Okay.
Yes.
Said
there is an opportunity. Yes, there is something that this person can do.
Yeah.
And then he called me one time, says, take this constitution. Go and read it for a while. Oh, baby, pages be mommy. Because then I came back and says, I want to appoint you a leader. Are you interested? We'll go through all the processes and all that. And that is me now. So sometimes you see the people may be there, but how to identify them, how to integrate them into the system. Because when I joined leaders meeting, it was not like my current leaders meeting now. There were more elderly people, more people with a certain level, and now I had to be there. There I learned small, gradually. And then it helped me. I feel that our cultural setting worries us a little bit, but we need to break it. We need to break it and know that yes, the young person today is equally equipped and empowered, even though the young people should be aware of the fact that when you get such opportunities, you need to really take them serious and then produce as required, because it is a two-sided something. If we hit hard here,
we hit hard here as well. All right, we'll be coming to the aspect of the young people being a little lethargic and laid back. Also, I think our church is not doing too well with mentorship. Sometimes I think it's because of the age disparity. See, today we'll be doing some comparison with the Church of Pentecost, the Charismatics as usual, but they are relatively a younger church with relatively an average young kind of membership. But we are having very elderly people who sometimes fail to pull the young people along. Do we have a problem with mentorship in our church?
Yes, to some extent.
Okay.
Or largely.
However, so for
however, I would say that in our candidate, it is said that Sir Akura Hunin on a
okay.
Enti
omonwe ho maybe some who on sabo ronti na penifo so ni mu ni dina na
I will say yen so yetimi ye bribi echere say I believe say Nanaya, for instance, the minister that he mentioned, the minister saw something in him.
Okay.
And who said, like young Timothy, he needs to be helped.
Okay.
You see, when you read the story of Timothy, everybody was speaking good about Timothy. And then Paul heard it. When Apostle Paul heard about the good things said about Timothy, he decided to mentor Timothy. And he said, so na nkasa nipa na young person no wo huru won sa hohoro, so I would say Timothy no wo hu ne nsa hohoro empanyimfo se de all fruit dua pa no e na ye piano.
Okay.
Enti say ye hu se biribi wo abofra yi mu a ombe piano.
Okay. Also, so there is that opportunity of eligibility. But some people crow ya wo hu ne hohori wo kwa so foforo mu ani aso ni mu wo horo ne nso wa horo ne nso ne de ne yadu.
In fact, I mean ka say okwa sorry foforo ma, because some of our young people oma kwa sorry mu ayenye omo hwe nemu oma ko ba bia ya oma hohoro omo nsa, because for instance yourself and my good self, we know young people are or more gums or mateten. Most of them says see I met the minimum at hey Accra minimum in bear 5.
Martin, sorry, and Oma
sorry from or more yard. Yes. Dear me the many formua on your prayer secretary now or ye president in those days. I
know gums.
And to Safoni now, I mean they have washed their hands to some extent, because Gamsu na be a leader no. You go through a lot of leadership seminar and courses.
Yes.
And floor member pass so far. Minyahu floor member bia what ya sorry. No what Gamsu ma yen said that nim no ye member ni namu keka wakwakoye. Enti omunyina no some way somehow
go through our training.
They have gone through the
why aren't we able to see and identify that? Where is the missing link?
The missing link na when they have left school and have come home. And they say that they mum ye directory and say so bekaya beginning of this year freshers welcome and last year I think this year
last year
graduate welcome service.
So say say another strategy there ba ye per se ye nyame ya adoma July August on bema kwan ye list executives ni nyina din any baby obia worship na ye de ama ye asofo say sankrofo nyina wogamso no omo ye leaders into omoba society yemwa womo no muntimi integrity and I say youthful exuberance it is energy akra say ahwade wonim na aka so trans kakra obeybo what do they okay because opese oye bibi into omoba ehọ na intentionality no ebe ye adwuma say asumesi ade ne din aba say oye Gamsu local president e we UCC UCC in the population 1,500.
On a president.
One a president to or show musu.
But to be changed super.
And to say Obafi, Mompage may be fine say Nenza.
Why never say you man?
And then I'm saying the list.
Okay.
I guess your movie Bishop super say all these people now are more no. They said executives now are more ward houses.
Okay.
Society we no more worship with their names.
Yeah.
New society or more
yeah.
And to say yes sir. And I make us say intentionality in the hand or say yeah juma. And to say bishop on the listener brewo superintendent say this number of people were executives, young members were executives. I'll say a starting free baby. Nasa omuba fie na say super. Wa mwa am paid you maybe. I'm fine so much. Say prayer meeting ground on belly there. At least a be more my then.
Say super so man so only the prayer meeting but one no your style no. Oh, yeah style na ye no. One no say de no nano na maybe sa presiding say method is for your shenko chiri mu say yeshe. Name ye was said ye no. The SS no na yama microphone ni eseyo na nim se sebio maame no mrewa etete ho a tons yi wo mo ka so mbo no ni tim na wo ko fa microphone bi obogumu ase de mi ken ebogumu ye say ye nta anye ne sa into tobo ase na afi young people no ebuofu ebia you may want to answer that. So I'll come back to you on that, but you see sometimes in penifo no also have a problem with swentie.
Yeah.
Well, you want to overdo your father. Me am do call tech, me am do call Lego, me am do call Methodist University. But when your microphone so chem say me kula super crown and go sere bi and sometimes we hear people super move you know my cake anointing. Why so?
Yeah, so that comes back to mentorship now.
Okay.
I believe strongly say akolan so hu nsa ohuro where
that's all mentor.
He should be guided.
Okay.
Because say selective in our mentorship and our mentoring process now, it will go round and come to hunt us again with people, a greater chunk of our members, young people, unmentored.
Okay.
What they will now begin to exhibit certain traits which is against the church.
Okay.
I believe that like now we have the cohesion between the children's ministry, the youth ministry. It starts from the children's ministry, Sunday school. What are we putting in them gradually through to confirmation?
Right.
And then so that there are a lot of our people are Methodist not could be keke but on te sheyase. Yen doctrinal standards, yen positions, yen way, and okwa so any day. But on te bebre say, ain't no any slight thing beyond is putting him off. Opeso okasa, who him the approach to speak. Opese or act into or channel in vague. Okay. Without context. But yen as a church, no, your young policy. So how deliberate are we even teaching our young people?
Intentionality. And until America say, mentorship is different from training.
Okay.
So mentorship, we can mentor everybody in the church. That becomes a training. Mentorship, you say, you said that intentionality na. You one or two people be a ye train your mama. That be no or my baby. And then I use Paul as example. Okay. Who say Paul said that at a thing for. Yeah, you were what it is the like Jesus. He had so many disciples and followers. Followers in me be disciples. Even among the disciples, we had the apostles. Semeka make say apostles so the or said and mental.
Okay.
Nana make say ya sorry no. Young people, no, you bet me a mental, but we have to start from somewhere. Like leaders, woman, no.
Yes.
Say you will come to leaders, oko Legona, or more than 50 something leaders. These people can be mentored. But you to be mentored the whole 1,002 people now, or more. That one can come at the society level, but and not become mentorship program.
Okay.
And then you're different from say, omo mama omumusu kakra na ye feel say bibi wo omumu na or say ye correct wo mo ye shape wo mo no. That one is where the mentorship, proper mentorship begins.
All right. So we want to now focus on your 3 traditional programs. But Julie, what will prevent a young woman who had seen an accomplished mother, an accomplished auntie, or an accomplished sister in a certain position, corporate. Na wakone nchen mama me accountant say but me know baby can I serve under you, can I follow your steps? What will prevent a young person from Methodist Church go to maybe a presiding a bishop, anybody say person me did one ask that? I don't see a lot in the church.
Okay, so I think culture has played a role.
That be when the culture
not externally, I mean within our church.
Oh, our Methodist culture.
Yes.
Okay, right.
For some, because for some churches, I'd say it's a norm.
Okay.
And they make deliberate efforts. For instance, they could announce, say, "Oh, do you know this lady? Or your bank our how in our church? Yetimini obi ewa sorry. And so it's not really part of our culture.
Okay.
I usually make this inference to Moses and a father-in-law in the Bible. I really appreciate what the old man did. He didn't wait for Moses to come to him. He went to Moses and said, the way you are judging issues in Israel, you will die before your time. I think that you have the youthful energy until you are trying to do it all.
So we should come to you.
Sometimes it's not bad.
This super so is Satan. Because kwanya super fast so the correct here. Super so na kuma han kaka. Enjoy correct or correct not to say Nebuchadnezzar no more let the enemy.
Let's be kind. Let's be kind.
Really?
And sometimes it's a matter of receptiveness.
Okay.
Say
Anne was talking about young pampa, young
say young people no yeah to say
brother Joe,
yeah.
Broke man,
and we will make you guys proud.
We want to see you people proud. Also, is there any intentionality for young professional network? We are doing it at the connectional level, putting together all professionals. Do we have that at the level of the young? Maybe I should be asking you, the young professionals putting themselves together so we can match other professionals.
Let me come quickly because I'm dealing with reports now.
Okay, sure.
I've seen that from Uniba.
Okay.
Uniba,
fantastic.
On my young professional seminar.
Okay.
And now �'Bwase.
Okay.
And some thousands. I'm just reporting from what I've seen from the reports they've sent to us. Okay. And the reports now menyana there. Ebin ma reported on that. And to make us say but from the brain so what you said there Auntie Julie Kenya. I will say penny for non so etimi available because they be wa approach you or to say person momentum for but they were not willing to do. And I say said the can yen said that yen no yen see sudua wa ya sori ni muntino e bi kura bisanti so for sa na na be because enye part of us and they say ya ehun chechre aba diocese ni bi I start implementing. I believe say with time it will catch up.
Yeah. Also for media me hu ni say sebio ye yade a ye feel say ye yare no obi anyare sa yare ni bi da. So the enti America so obi anyare sa yare no eyo onyini yade. Oh na omo a ye de ho compare wo mu sam pempan so mbenya sa yade ni bi. And so anytime our young people compare us to the newer churches, I get worried because they are not over 100 to experience the kind of malady we are going through. We will wait for them to cross 100, then we can match. But other than that, there is no basis for comparison. Let's brighten the corner wherever we are. There are 3 major programs in a year.
But before then, yes. Let me quickly add that still cry, even though say omunyan or yasoren bidimu, but yet complaints are back from young people quarters. I must say, menka say and the kakra.
But we can see those visible in society.
To set me class, me be a director, me but not Mr. Kakra. Okay. And to see a media here.
He didn't used to be.
Sure. And to say, right. And me here, Cheba for some to say Udru.
Yes.
All these people are examples that we can cite.
Yes.
And as a call to say, 30% here, I've been reporting it every year. And they say to me, say, improvement higher than a boom. So say conference no cry we are one report about 30%. And kakra and just say first.
Yeah.
And na bibia so no say nsesaye eden. Enti and nsesaye no say yenya ntoboase ka say ye besesa na yegusu a yes sesa.
Okay. Enti me de nanka futu kakra me de ma ye mani say wa ho. Last week in my class at the University of Ghana, what competitive advantages. You see, once you copy and enhance, it becomes good. But once you copy and replicate, you don't have any competitive advantage. Yeah. And so it appears that we are copying from our friends and churning out the same thing we have copied. Yeah. And so when it comes to the year copies, it's more of prayer, the prophetic, maybe some aspect of music. And I've always wanted to ask, is that all it takes to youth development? And then my phone lines will be open very soon. I know some people are knocking, but more friendship, is that all to youth development and Bible, the prophetic, and maybe music, maybe choreography? Because I know man 19, your money be say Methodist any day into Oko baby or Kosa, Oko baby or your papa or beto, and Oko baby or Bible show, and obeti in comshare. Surprisingly, the people we are copying from have moved beyond that. They are no more using these 4 cardinal things for youth development. They are now going into young professionalism, artificial intelligence. Don't come anymore. But we are now copying.
We are copying their past.
Yeah, so like I said, and yet that is not all to youth development.
Okay.
And at our last that 𝗦𝗍𝗲𝗍, I made a point that there is this creeping BB into our church now, where you see that they say German Day, they say that Jesse Day, they say this. I am not saying it is bad, but I'm saying that if that is the reason why a young person should come to a church on a Sunday, the next Sunday, which that will not be there, will the person
and
come?
That is actually the case.
So the foundation is what we need to get right.
Okay.
And the young people, when they receive the best of training and attention and care right from their infancy, would now be indoctrinated well. Okay. So the Methodist young person should be indoctrinated very well. Okay. So that even when exposed to modernity, technology, and other spheres of endeavor, will still remain to the ethos, the values that will be there, but then the modernity will come to augment everything that is in him or her. That is what I'm thinking.
Fantastic. I know the young people are ready to call in and ask their questions and contribute as well. Remember that this segment is proudly sponsored by the Christian Service University. Omona asem kesi omaji esi omosre kesi eswa omo etua ho kanyinara. Want to recommend that if you need a proper university, ubeko Kumase na wakohwehwe Christian Service University. Just type Christian Service University into your Google search and you will find every detail on them. The lines are open now. 025-625-3461, 053-835-0625. All right, so for New Year school, and then in New Year school, I'm ready now. So,
Debbie, Afarley. I am usually January.
I finish okay. All right. Youth assembly.
Yes.
And youth student assembly. Okay. But explain to us at the end of New Year school. We are about youth and students.
Okay. You were New Year school for youth empowerment.
Yeah.
The attendant said, "Afibia no, yeshasia. Afine twa mu ne bu nkompon hwe enema seven previous and eye youth for ne how pa na afina ye besi mu no yaka ho asem na afi yabo mo ama mo hunu kwan a awoso mo toto mo ne ma wa afi a yesi mu no enti to set last year issues about pa that was 2022 2023
I feel okay. Sure.
Issue said by an pa be candidature. I was just sorry. Ebinum si okululu wom. I say
you said that you be free. Whom you know. And graphobi by or no more letter come presiding. And I'm saying, hey, abuziamontomo. Na de ne chechire mu. Yeah. And yes that to yen safre Dr. Chris Awuntuma candidate secretary.
Yeah. Emma neba bechire mu. Echire processor also formune kwan omo faso a omo select microphone na another issue na turning issue in the church and so ba koye Wesley Towers binum say 3D chese sama no mate ho afa Wesley Towers na de kra chese omo da ya ji scan na sefo enti no
3D jire say na da
there is a 3D picture picture
artistic impression
it's not real.
Okay.
And so when people were saying it is not real and all this information got to us, we decided to say yebema so penny koba aba be chichire mu ne sikasama ehun because na binum so adwen mu ayon kese na about sikasama ewo ho no and yewie no ema
Osofo Johnson wo phone so ye manero Osofo wo bonsu nkwanta
Mpacho ane Osofo Johnson bonsu nkwanta meta prena energy me director ate ho ntino ma me na me hu adi se me san ye 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗏
udem yeti
na me director na be employee for ase na maybe like say the bishop right reverend Robert Felix Basa obone homodin support ye pa na how ne said uko the society levels one na how ni be in terms of say mentorship and one ewo also me will be say when we say na nimia ya no mo bu be say unhu sa wo gro a na wo empanyi
that mean ono amu sa be no no mo counter artist that's right yeah
na when we say adie bi wo ho a yesia ba intuition what you say say wo wa bofra ye she dan kire ne say o tie aduane a wo de she wo ha abofra no ahu say wo de be she na no say de no mo e banka wo ga me no me back to 3 years e to da bi na mididi na oga no so de gidi a menene me ka so me di pe o ka so horo ne nsa o de ne nsa tu nsuo no mu a ohu horo this me so ne nsa na ma horo ma
that's right
enti e was said na minua ya wa akire mu no yan chi ya hu pri nhu nsa wo horo a nhu nsa wo horo na yan nsa ye ni yan friends nsa wo horo no if you say nsa wo horo no ohu no wa hefa
okay
one point
all right
and na yan how can you plan so your guest fellowship director we dey at the thread girls fellowship for no yen agin bi a women fellowship for na nya say ya de girls no eto oposem no higher we ye famu anambo amma say si a girls fellowship tuma di akopom pa we me me tete if you say magu no big mo agin ye won say agin was won say it is that and what them
yo so for ye da se pa minim say an share so girls fellowship bacho momode na ti de omoken so for we will come to answer all the questions do the monchro na yanko evangelist Abraham
yes daddy
kaswa for ho ye de
yo bia ho ye pa
all right ye ti o
Papa, yeda must be brave or such programs are say yeah course. Boy be many aji program no. Ba ko American say I saw no yana see ba societies na. Said na your sister Ekan. E group be na I say young ones ye do mo asinchen kakra. Baby o wa omo form ye baby o nso a inform ye adwuma. Enti said ye can see ebema ye be empower wo mu ye guide wo mu a ebetumi aboa yen
okay
e to da omu nim bebri but ye boa wo mu betumi apeke na etumi aboa ma so no so etumi akoso enti nyame hwam
ye da se enko tamale kote
yeah good morning olupa sofo
tete
you go do what be here tamale
yo wombotu
yeah I want to say that that's a very good discussion that we're having there. We thank God for everybody. And my question, when you come to family, I always pray my bishop, the relationship that we have with the young people. Everything that you want to do, you involve the young people. They are the Methodist family, a young people. If I you to be this synod, let for many represent they make sure I can see young person represent and he makes sure. She needs to marry local and director. This one there, I want to beg you. I'm the CMC of family. And I want to say that please come and help us at Nabrongo and then they are building. We have submitted our quotation to you.
All right. Osofo has heard you. Bernard, you are in Accra. Bernard, don't cry.
Good morning.
Morning.
Also for me, Patrol, me what problem be me person director. It's me 81 among young people.
Yo.
Youth fellowship. Age na for actually 35, but they are back 32. So me.
Ya train for him. Bernard.
Had and na. Young executive. Actually, I can't back to be.
Okay.
The best person penny for share. No more to start one among. And I believe that now. Young people, enjoying youth fellowship. It's one of the problems. I'm also complaining about youth fellowship and the director.
And then they are papa, they are kind of no ya pa. So for assembly, one more complaining about. So no more around. Okay, Francis, who go more chance?
Yeah, Patrol, that's it.
Yes.
Also for now. As I said, young people who want support and so yet me anything for the duty. But Kakra can say, as I say, young Casa, intention at the senior director come. Now yet she won't. Now your man was anti because me ba all 1 year. Say me did. Na woman aduane ni bi na wo ba we num echi we aduane na ono so ba na num wo kan o siso so ano siso na wo hwe wo num so a oye the same thing intinia ye be no na be man kwala no be si how say I have ya how ba ko ni say ye person ye hu say young person ni betimi aye ansa na ya hwe no aba but say ye twen say ye be hu so betimi aye ansa na ya hwe won a e be too late.
All right.
Nti ye hu potential ni wo mu pa.
Okay, Francis, thank you so much. Fireman.
So, Christ in you.
Yeah,
Youth Development Ministry, no. Me go on the meaning. Me woman ye. Me woman ye.
Okay.
The reason why I can make us say me woman ye no. Omunya post na. Etuma oso mo ye no munye. No mu to office. No mu to comfort zone. Because Yama and Winya you to know what I saw you know. Because in comfortable saying and a youth development ministry, you know, he said, Adzika, at least youth ministry, you know, also with your family. Would you find be no way a year for make a phone call for you to be a no year for no, and then what you to name it, a chapter in Nama. In the society now, youth meetings and consul because I said, do why would then why society so that we feel so that they should come to the girls and go to the society.
Okay, Yanko voter region. Also for Agbanyo, Enwaka, Leke, Miafan. You, Mianya some
report.
Yes, Ababo, Apanami,
yo,
yeah,
that's it.
Now, the fact in the Popinano, director, Secretary Jan, Yabonabas. I think this is that where we could know why are they, but grooming the young people, and do the idea, as I say, yes, that conditionalism, I get Papa, I was with them. Voter rating, for instance, the talent has to do with unemployment. You need that in the national, it's a wild talent. Now, notwithstanding, you haven't been much any type of thing. Oh, good morning, no more. Maybe I am at 5 times as I speak to you now. Young people, almost the keyboard, who are in fire. You see, and that is personality, not so extra much in your book. The transfer level, the velocity, society, not as a talent, the mindset, only use to what. It's no being no much,
That was my woman that number 2, availability. And you want to more with a baby and project number. There's a little bit on master. If you know, then said the papa for the year, and you beat it, man, and let the bring.
All right. All right. Also for Yeda Sepa, Yemfa and last scholar from Amano Praso.
Yeah, hello.
Hi. Also for you too.
Good morning.
Morning.
Papa, maybe can reach here or yeah, model so for Jan on a Wabequafuina, and I'm proud of Julie. She was at UCC then. I really saw the prospect in her. And also, so I was blessed to meet her at UCC.
Right.
Papa, in there. Sometimes, as we've been intentional, as the course yes, and so on there. Young from Queen or Sikasam is also a factor. So, not necessarily we've been intentional, but we've been intentional. Also try to add the finances. Sometimes you get some people who are willing, but the funds are not there to help. And again, let me take, for instance, my diocese, for instance, I always thank God for our bishop, current Bishop 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗘. Like he has given us the platform to understand that, even to some extent that even the synod reports and others, you call out the young ministers to come and have a look and read through. And it's an opportunity that you can't get it in other dioceses. And I remember where I came from secondary diocese. My superintendent called us and teach us some things. But when it comes to places, it's not like that. So I believe that the youth should also be intentional in seeking, as you said, we'll go to the elderly and learn from them. And sometimes the elderly should also be intentional and have some good materials from the youth that they can also nurture them.
Yeah,
I was happy that I went to UCC because we had people who groomed us. And that's how we have come.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is Julie's alma mater. All right. Also, you have the floor now. You can answer.
Okay. Let me begin with the candidate who is Yes. The reason being that as young people and are leaders for the young people, YDM no. Yen ya sudie se ye bekyerɛkyerɛ saa dwumadie ne nye empanyimfo asodie sɛ de na minianom bi ne de ye mfanto ho no wo father no na wo tichi akora no se ni esi hohoro yensa ɛno nti na empanyimfo ahyɛda apao council no yes anko mu begya yesa
okay
enti council no yen ye dwuma no se me kan me se ye major objective. And they say we should make people about Christians and so develop them to become what? Leaders. I think I made this assertion in my earlier submission. And the council no, I said say you said that yes idea no. So what share that's the beach say Northern Accra or leadership school ankasa or more ye leadership seminars, but we school intentionality na ye kan wasam second year ye bi tema ye bi efidiase couple of dioceses masaite or more de e reports if it's no da ba mu no enti eno no ne kwan a ye fa so a kyerɛkyerɛ ye young people no ama omahu horo omonsa enti yen as a council organizational leaders enti so ye diocesan officer and as a circuit officer and as a CYY and no na ye wadwuma no so be kyerɛkyerɛ youth na e hye wase no kwan ya omo befa so a ye betumi ene mpanyimfo de ntia na mpanyimfo kasa asem ne say already ye yi wagoro mu enti so okona ukoye ohufin a ubete yanka enti ubon say emma enye mpanyimfo akono say yensa mfa young people nyedan emra because mo ba no ma ba be say mu no mo ko enti o say ye ne such a way say ye kwa omu be hu ye ho emfa so ye ko wini ba conference. Young people now call omo ya de pa.
Yes, yeah, more sorry presiding applaud.
Or more contributions. Matter sinners, couple of sinners are young people no call you know, almost submission no. It was just
fresh ideas.
And you say yes sir. And penyimfo no e so mu nkura ne say ene yemfa bebre nya dan. Emra me ka na say ya nkyerɛkyerɛ na wokɔ na akɔyɛ ho fia. Wasi kwan amade a odi akire no nso.
Na wo sorry aka so mpanifo de mo aka ni nyina anya ya bogu media. Oh, eno na ya na the problem.
Kwa be pass o be ka no kura
true off.
And that is what we need to prevent. And eno ye cancer no.
Okay.
Asade eno ne ntimi nsa mfa nkoma empanyimfo empanyimfo adwuma. Nemum empanyimfo na hu se o madwuma dɔɔso. Ene ya pa kakra. Ene de sa tumi na hye cancer ne nsa. Enti na CY wo ne SY wo ne nyina eye leaders meeting eyi SY quarterly meeting eyi CY enti ye hwe na de ahye mo nsa se we nyina wo se me superintendent ameda se secretary na no meni me badwafo na wo se ye na emu adwuma no dɔɔso enti ya power na ya wo se hwe saa fa na ye den emai enti se saa fa na wo hwe no se wanya wo san de blame no koma wo wo de ma omo a enye
so for yemre no wo ka so bubu ani nyina no a nanka me yepese ye ka yasa date ni eda ben
first to 4th of August
of August enti we still have some time enti can we decide say we can have an addendum to this very same discussion where either next week or next 2 weeks will come again because cause text what has to make and I think I have been impressed because the likes and the Facebook watch it keeps increasing. Timikwa napa 100 on number. See, it is so because a lot of people are watching their television, but we do moment as we Timmy Asha. Me sure said by close of the day would have been moving to the 10,000s and that. Now that is the tax I want to give to both of you even before I ask you to give your conclusions. We have something that is number 1 in town now. Semonte ya. And that is the show we sit on now. Now what we do now on WTV, a friend is Serena Shrine, by far is the most watched Christian morning show in Ghana. Now can the young people take it up and blow it up? I've always been saying, say me kwa sorry kesi bi mo ekwa koya de me ko ne mpanifo no omo hwe program. I'm like I'm more hwe de. Mo de mo na ehwe mo. So that also for ehwe mo de ne akoye ye de ye. Now can we be able to take this project WTV? It's not only Serena Shan so for the state program no Quarcoo Shandov hosting this by far one of the best journalists we have in town. Afi your program a consulting room. These are fantastic programs. Obi anyebi. So I say very soon you have started youth program. They be ayana meka edi dwa manum nansen say making television station minu akese afrem. They want me to come. Me the method is the can the young people take it up and blow because we ain't baby ye tena ye die ni ye die ni ye na microphone say Wesley my yesusu ye ni me mu die ni mum blowing up my. Let's take your last word to start from Julie. 30 seconds.
Yes, so to the young people of our church, I just want to say that yes, the conditions may not be what you want at the moment, and it does not mean that we cannot progress to be better. I just want to encourage every young person to make yourself available, because when you're available, see a person a mentor wuni ho, a person a training wuni ho, the person do ye be a wuni ho. Please make yourselves available, and the work of God is hinged on the effective involvement of young people. So your contribution indeed counts, and we would want you to come on board.
All right, yeah. All right. Inti, na can say, young people, we have a task, and we cannot jeopardize it at this point.
Yes.
What we need to do is that we need to ensure that we are fully committed to the work of God.
Amen.
We read our Bibles, we pray, we read our Constitution. because so sorry na ne awokano emfa wo be mo watena se o ma watena se ya won to me mesum go bia so one thing that I personally do is that I make sure that I know my facts. You may get it wrong sometimes, but most often you will get it right. And once you are doing that, they know that this one is a dangerous one. Make yourself a dangerous young person who is in the good context,
positively dangerous,
positively good, dangerous, so that you will be relevant. When you are missing in action just for a Sunday, they would all know that no, something is missing. That is the challenge we are throwing to our young people. It is not just about talking in the end for you do baby. So let's read extensively.
Young people kasa.
Yeah, kasa. But o kasa ni mo no man sam ni nya de na yen sem papa. Na mi wie no na che se mi nua ba ko a o wi ni DYO's award. O yen ya say twem ko for the adults. Amos Ashley. Also just a mean throw no shout out. Congratulations Amos. And I see why you be Berman see why you was sending a message Daniel Intama on the Kumasi North YDM vice chairman elect. And also me man a big happy birthday. Let's rise and build our church.
Amen. The can say you better money na papa for the opportunity. Said all kind sorry na shren media air kosopa na. Ye di kind me general director ne ye directorate na ba. And some course wa na so aba. The ye ma hokwa ne energy sem kese pa ne say young people no. In fact, we hear platforms are sorry national there. Adzika and now Omani agents say youth program.
Fantastic.
WTV. And see another a big butu because Encrofash had say 8 to 12 with you go. Because of my almost say that's the Nibia say ya omo ben Accra Hanomon Quanti no say we uze diwa friend I believe say ya be catch mo say omo enyo de wo so mo yin na go bre no so and yinya toma wa wo de emiti standards kakra and ye be family say gadgets no bia na obi dey been reporting about it but bia nya ne ho and na say Quarcoo de fire Adzika na ye and youth ni bi wa mo betimi sponsor this by purchasing of the camera and so on and so forth mo ntwen na bi wa na complain so for ye de no kra de that's in to bi my me pa cho we ye youth ye adwuma enti so wo pesa wo that's ye ma no ye de wo mo ba WTV a camera ni hui na mo ko han ne boarding na mabɔ modern na bi amrante ba ko mienu bi maka mo ho ayedan abom na mato na mode amadauses na mode aye youth adwuma me gidi se ye ne sa ebekɔ so pa nyame ensuro bibia
we have had some also folks also contribute also for Reverend Delight J very Reverend Delight J Novi Makboba o test ava gaka time ata nyamata na go gaka next week we'll see what to do also for JA Amwa Sabrepo and also through in some major contributions, but because of the time we might not be able to go through all the tests, but I think it's been by far another beautiful morning. Actually, we promise that although it was a wet morning, we'll bring you warmth. Now yeah, dear bro, young people need you about Oja Choboy. All right, so we have been dealing with an up close from the Methodist Youth Ministry, and our guest has been right from my right hand side, Sister Juliet 𝗟𝗏𝗘, who is Connectional Secretary for the YDM. Our brother Nanaya Ampofu, who is Connectional Vice Chairman, and our very old Director Bakope, the very Reverend Eric Jan, Director for Youth Development Ministry. To all our viewers who have watched, young people in general, all the DYOs who have watched, we are so grateful. When we come back, we'll go to WhatsApp on social media. Thank you so much. Remember, say Quarcoo, say Quarcoo, na de befa, ye disika ana eyo. Integrate ya ye program here, ye segment here, Christian service ana omafa. Christian Service University, almost say, adisua die. Kumasi nyina uyu omwa obi enu ho obeba Christian Service say they are the University of Choice. Thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye. I am just shaking my head. Well, you know, forever also for Adzika will be a promoter of Methodist music. It's a Methodist I can make bicycle key. My Methodist to the so the young people you can.
I love this.
All right, dear viewers, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time and up close with the young people of our church. All right, what's up on social media is next.
So a quick one, Yanko social media. Insio atodie, but let's go and find out what is trending on social media. Enti Yebeko straight to X to find out the trends. And we have breaking news trending. We have Kaswa again trending. Trini Jonas is trending and Commonwealth Hall is trending because of the fire outbreak yesterday night. And trending again, Richard Jakpa and Mahama. They are all trending. Enti Ofa Ufuna now Wako X to find out why all these are trending. Men train na men share me ewo abonting na we bisame Rachel what is trending. No, it doesn't work that way. So let's take a look at one or two posts on social media. So Teacher Blessing shared a post and she says, what is the English name? Oh, sorry, what is the English word for ensabodie? Yako eye asia sikana ya demand. What is the English word for ensabodie? And Angela says, I have called it funeral donation my entire life. And Cliff Trump says, I give the bereaved family a bereaved money. 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏 or say the name is condolence money. Producer, if we can get the correct name, sorry, the English name for ensabodie, the English name for ensabodie. So Teacher Blessing shared the post. So the answer is condolence money. Yes.
Alright, go ahead.
So ensabodie nabrofudin eye condolence money. Condolence money. Let's take a look at another post on social media. So Pawan, official Pawan says that if you go on social media and you want to do marketing, the right app for you to use is Instagram. Inti uton adia pese oye marketing Instagram ena ebebwa. Afe so if it is about payment gateway, there's an app called Wise. Ube you see no. If you want to design anything, there's an app called Canva and also ebebwa to design. If it is about research, there's an app called ChatGPT. Ube to me AUCNO. If it is about IG automation and the money chat and what say we use say website and so now say we design ya. Ube to me AUC 10 web. Say a logo and now say we design ya and there you see look at design and team. Mijidi say unimi na yesua de. Yeah, sure. There are some comments in relation to Pawan's post and someone says love all the recommendations. Okay. Sidra Priner also saying absolutely, you can start building your empire from scratch. It just depends on your prioritization. The harder you prioritize and manifest, the easier it's going to get. Akila Social or say thank you for this perfectly curated list. Auntie Pawan, thank you for sharing that on social media. Yes, so quickly, let's take a look at the video of the day.
All right, so you could see that is from Asia. In think Africa, they are prayer. Maybe a second dema. Na you chat. Maybe another time we'll bring you how simple machines in Africa can make life easy. But that's a wonderful one from Asia. Right. Yeah, the radia say, yeah, nkoma awodapa.
All right. So on to start birthdays. This is a belated birthday to you, Very Reverend Paul Edujemfi of Ejusum Methodist. Are we yet alive and see each other's face? Glory and thanks to Jesus. Give what troubles have I seen and conflicts have I passed. God has preserved me by power divine and has added another year to my age. Kindly help me thank God. Papa God, I say thank you.
So for Paul Edujemfi is one of our regular viewers. He was at the supernumerary school last week, and I happen to be one of his teachers. Also, for God bless you for your encouraging words. All right, also for we have done this already, but yeah, sure. No,
belated birthday to you, right, Reverend Frederick Inru. Belated birthday wish, Osafo Pon. May you be blessed with longevity, filled with good health, and be favored in all your endeavors as you serve in the Lord's vineyard. Enjoy the day to the fullest, my dear. And this is from Grace Pratt, Connectional Lay Movement Council Secretary, wishing you, right, Reverend Frederick, a happy birthday.
All right, so that is a happy belated birthday for our father and our friend Osofo Nro. All right, I think that is how we decide to bow out. As you can see behind that, it's still being a wet morning, but we from the studio brought you warmth. Yeah, the ahoshe kakra and a bye. Hitherto no nanka ombema ye tea kakra nanka ye de akan ahoshe, but I don't know whether Anita has made them ready. But whatever it is, you know, this work is never done until the benevolence of some sponsors. Now you want to acknowledge them?
Yes, so Danwell Insurance Company is also here with us. Walk into the office and sign on to an insurance policy.
Enti ensio atoyi de KFK food ena e was a wofre wonom ye delivery of foods for you. Baby bia wo bia wonom edi aduane no ebebrel. KFK foods wo pastries, juices, rice dishes, soups, stews. Aduane bia wonom e wo bi. Enti wo hwehwe won echi kwan a wonom wo eye Tema Community 25 Wesley Towers and so wonom wo ground floor.
All right, Methodist University medical makachira mo se eba school dia me pa two enhwe benkumu enhwe nifakra esane se Methodist University di obenya ho onya wo bia me pa two it still remains excellent morality and service.
I'm urging you today to try out the MIPL ginger juice or the millets, the mango, the banana, and the other flavors that they have in store for you. It is so great, and so let your Wednesday end with a bottle of MIPL juice.
Aduane de mejidi se ene ubenue bi na ubenue bi nso a e wo se wo yisi sankofa natural spices ye wo curry ye wo ginger ye wo noodles flavor bia upebia ebi ewo honom na eni jesem ene se sankofa natural spices e natural se ne ni din no ese no monosodium no GSM sankofa natural spices DDE.
All right, me pacho sika ehia pa se wobroku te se me bra bia menim na on the day bia fra bom besia kakra bom me pacho me mo besia me nyankopon nipa me ma loans me pacho ko multi credit na kokoje besia omo ho wate multi credit de onye hu ahyenso de blue and red na ko mu a no obenya kasade na omo aboa na wetimi aye de obeye nyina multi credit they are the loans people. Now you want to acknowledge the sponsors of your brother beautiful I will fly. I will fly.
Barbella Clothing is also one of our sponsors. You can locate her inside Achimota on the Christian Village Road opposite the Paradise School. There you can find a lot of ready-to-wear outfits for all the occasions that you have for the week and of course the weekend.
All right, yeah. So when you so rare, but yeah, kwa so ewo baby. Ochina yebesa amba biem. And to make a date with us tomorrow. You're from yourself for Adzika.
Miss Na.
Rachel Messi hand.
It's a bye-bye.
Enjoy your day.